Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris, and today we're going to be doing a movie review of Resident Evil, the final chapter, which is the sixth and final installment in the Resident Evil film series. And I'm going to just say this right now: this movie or this movie review is going to have some mild spoilers to explain some of the plot inconsistencies. So if you guys haven't already seen this movie, I would probably not watch this movie review. I'm going to try to be light on the spoilers, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to explain my views on this movie as well as good as possible without giving up too much information. But let's go. So first off, I want to talk about the jumpy and the jump cuts that were just like unnecessary throughout the film. And I feel like this film could have been much better if they would have used better filming techniques, because I felt nauseous when I was watching this movie. There was jump cuts after jump cuts. It's like there's some of the like locations they were using were so dark. Like I don't know who the hell died in one of the scenes because the fucking film was moving so damn fast. And then you have another jump cut, and it's just back and forth. And then you have to wait till like the end of that battle scene to see who died, because in the action scene you barely see what fucking happens because it's dark. There's jump cuts. The camera is very jumpy. And I'm not the only person who, feels this way. I watched other movie reviews and people were saying the same thing, that, this film will make you sort of nauseous when you watch it. And also getting into the plot, because I feel like, the way that you explain a Resident Evil film to someone, whether it's good or not, is if you like zombie movies and you like Resident Evil, like the movies or whatever, then this film would be like mediocre to you, to like below average. But if you have never watched a Resident Evil film before, or you're not a big fan of zombie movies or whatever, then this movie would probably suck for you. And out of all the films in the series, I would say that this is probably the worst. And the reason I say that is because there's so many plot inconsistencies, and for this to be the final chapter in the series, it blows my mind away how the director, was his name, Paul Wes Anderson or some shit like that, and he basically just disregarded the scripts from all the other films, and there's so many plot holes in this film. It's unbelievable. Like even from the last movie, the fifth movie in the series, Retribution, there was like an epic battle scene at the end of that movie, and then at the beginning of this movie, it's basically Washington D.C. is completely abandoned. There's barely anyone there. You don't see any like dead zombie corpses anywhere. And what the hell happened? Like, why is that going on? All we know is that Albert Wesker betrayed Alex, and then that's about it. That's all they elaborate on. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? There was there was millions of fucking zombies surrounding the White House in the little like area they had walled off, and then the helicopters are coming back and forth for being thrown out of the sky by those little winged zombie animal things or whatever. But you watch this film and there's like one or two of them, and then that's it. Like there's no fucking zombie corpses anywhere. And what is another thing too? There's missing characters. Where the fuck is Ada, Leon, Jill? There's so many different characters that at the end of the last movie were supposed to, or they were there at the end of the movie, and then at the beginning of this movie, it's just Mila Djokovic, and that's it. Like it is just Alex, and she's by herself. Like why is that? Why is that? And then like fucking what is it? The Red Queen. The Red Queen in previous movies was supposed to be the daughter of this one person, and then they disregarded that, and now she's the daughter of another person. Where the hell did that come from? And then what was another thing too? Shit. Oh, and then like at when the 48-hour countdown shit or whatever. Why are they saying in 48 hours the remaining human settlements are going to be overrun by zombies? How the hell do they know that? Like, I mean, yeah, it's a supercomputer that can analyze all that stuff. But then, and I'm sorry I'm giving away a shit ton of spoilers, but at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, they break the vial of the antivirus, and then all the zombies surrounding her die. But then, they're supposed to say, well, as soon as that touches the air, all the zombies on the planet are dead, and it's somehow going to stop, these zombie fucking sieges halfway around the world, with from breaking through in like 3 minutes. But then, right after this, the scene, or like 2 scenes right after that, the final scene in the movie where she's going into Manhattan on a motorcycle, there's like fucking zombies chasing her down the street. So it's like, it doesn't make sense. This movie does not make fucking sense. And I know that Resident Evil movies are known for like their crazy action scenes, but this movie right here, they had no plot. The fucking action scenes, it's like, it just doesn't make sense, And why is what's his name? It's just like I don't. And then like at the end of the movie, like you don't find out like, oh, where's all the survivors go? And then there's like one scene where they're in that building, and then they finally take care of, or they finally kill off the zombies that were attacking them. And then like did they? I don't know what the hell happened to the people that were in the tower that didn't go with Alex to the Umbrella Hive Central Command place. And it's like, but what the fuck happened to them? We don't know. Like nothing. Like they're like this. Movie leaves so many loose ends, it's unbelievable. And then they're like, oh, Alex is a clone. But in other movies, they're saying that she's not the clone. All the other Alexes that they were making were all clones. So like it's just they don't know how to make up their minds, man. And this is why this movie, I feel like out of all the movies in this series, was honestly the worst movie. Like, it was worse than Afterlife, bro. Like real talk. Like this movie does not make fucking sense, man. And I know a lot of people don't like the Resident Evil series because it doesn't follow the video game series. I understand that, but to incorporate a video game like into a movie is difficult because video games on average last, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 hours. Resident, typical movie lasts anywhere from like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So it's like, yeah, they're not going to use the video game plot as like the main script of a movie. Like there might be subtle references here and there, like to Raccoon City and some of the characters in the game, but I mean it is what it is. But overall, this movie is like very mediocre. I'm sort of disappointed that this is how the series is going to end off, because I feel like after the third movie in the series is when it really started to go downhill. Like a lot of people don't like Apocalypse or Extinction, which is number 2 and number 3. Some people only like the first movie. I think the first 3 movies in the series were very good, but then like Afterlife and Retribution was better than Afterlife, but Afterlife I think was awful, and the final chapter I think is just the worst. And that's my thoughts on Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Maybe this series might get a reboot with maybe Leon being the main character and a different director. Who knows? But and oh yeah, another interesting fact about this is that the Resident Evil film series is the highest grossing film series to be based off a video game series of all time. Like there's no other video game series that has made or no other movie series based off a video game series that has made more money than the Resident Evil film series. And this is a very interesting fact that I learned from researching some of the background information and cross-verifying some stuff before making this video. But that's all I have to say. Tell me what you guys think about this movie, and have a nice evening. Peace.